September 20th, 2020, 10:05 in the morning. I want to share with you an experience that has shaken my life. I was washing the dishes, as it is said here in the country. The plates, spoons, glasses, that accumulate on Saturday, since, as on Saturday they are not washed, well, I do it the next day. So, finishing washing them, since my washing place is outside the house, I put them in a deep tray, which I have for this, and I proceeded to take them to the kitchen to dry and arrange them. I knew that when I arrived in the kitchen with these clean dishes, I had some pots that were also dirty and cauldrons that I had to wash. So I put the tray, with the utensils that I had washed, on the table, and I proceeded to take the other deep tray that I have, with the cauldrons and pots, to wash them. So, I took the tray of these and went out of the house, to the washing place. I put the tray aside and began to remove what was in it, to wash them. I took the cloth with detergent that I used to do this, and, when I am about to put the towel with soap to the first utensil, I realized that they were no longer the pots but the dishes and cutlery that I had previously washed. Then I said in a loud voice, "But, what are these dishes doing here?" I left them in the kitchen and brought pots and cauldrons. Where are the pots and cauldrons? So, immediately, I went to the kitchen with the tray of clean utensils, and, when I entered the kitchen, I realized that the tray of pots and pans was on the table, where I had left the one I now had in my hand. Then, at this moment, while I was wondering how this had happened, I heard a voice that said to me, "This is how fast I can change the human heart." But, the problem is that like this fast, the human heart, the human doesn't surrender it to me. Like this, imperceptibly, I transform the life of everyone who changes his self for my sayings and follows me wholeheartedly, without hesitating or murmuring. Ask me for eye drops to see, because you go blindly on your way and you do not take notice of your real condition unless I, who scrutinize the mind and heart, let you see the reality of your condition. Seek me with all your heart and you will live, cast me away, and you will die. Beloveds, this was tremendous. This is how we go through life, blind before our real condition, looking at other people's disease, when we ourselves have it and, even, in a more advanced state. Sin, the pandemic that has existed in this world since our first parents sinned in the Garden of Eden, with a 100% contagion rate, is our disease. From our mother's womb we are infected by her. Who will raise his voice to say, "I will be on your right or on your left, Lord, in the heavenly homeland," if we are not cured of this deadly contagion? The vaccine has existed since before we were born and it is totally free. We just have to know how to find it and agree to be vaccinated by it. So why do many reject it and few accept it, in the face of a pandemic with a mortality rate of 100%? There is only one condition to be able to be vaccinated against this deadly pandemic, and that is, die to self. But there exists a serious problem, and that is that we cannot die to the self by ourselves. The self is a coronavirus so contagious and deadly that we cannot see for ourselves if we are near it, because we cannot see it with our mortal eyes. We fight with our own strength to disinfect, according to our own criteria, everything around us, and we spend all our vital energy in life in a disinfection that will not benefit us to totally free us from this deadly pandemic. Covering our essence and way of life behind a mask that only creates suffocation, inducing us to breathe the same deadly breath that comes from ourselves, while we pretend external security, in the face of the lethal internal chaos, which will undoubtedly bring us, stealthily and gradually, premature death. The creator of the vaccine tells us, "Come, my people, close your doors behind you while this indignation passes. Come, people, come with me, come because I need to examine you so that I can let you see the degree of advancement of this deadly pandemic in your life, and so decide if you want my help or not. For this I need you to stop and come to my consulting room, in the mountains, and there, in intensive work and great struggle, if you cling to me, by your own free will, I will take care of eliminating this deadly virus in your life. And like this, by my merits, I will put my vaccine in you, my blood, and I will make your antibodies rise to full capacity. Because my vaccine is not chemical, which alters your human essence, but 100% natural, analogous to your body, because I am your manufacturer, your creator and redeemer, and only I know what is good for your life. After you are cured of this deadly pandemic of sin, and vaccinated with my blood, and you live in total spiritual health, I will give you permanent immunization, and never again will this deadly contagious virus come to take control of your being. This immunization longs to give you the other comforter that my Father sent to be with you when I ascended to heaven to intercede for you from the celestial sanctuary. He is ready and willing to do it, because the plan drawn, before this contagious and deadly pandemic existed, is active. Everything is ready to help you, you just have to accept, because, although I have all the power to oblige you, I love that my creatures come to me out of love, so that I can heal, protect and save them. If today you hear my voice, do not harden your heart because time is quickly running out. Because, the one who is to come will come and will not be long. Understand that this is justification by faith. Beloved, I am unworthy to explain these words. I just want to say that the Lord Almighty shows us His love in every step, in every message and in every day of our lives. May the Lord bless us.